Hey everyone, Mike here, and in this video we're looking at the keyboard on the Samsung Galaxy S5, and I'm going to show you some of the tweaks and some of the settings of this new implementation. Now, design-wise, it looks somewhat different than what we've seen on the Galaxy S4. It's somewhat flatter. It still uses the same layout. You have the QWERTY keyboard in here, and you have the row of numbers on top, and of course you have symbols. If you press this symbol button here in the corner, you have two different pages of symbols. Okay, the QWERTY keyboard works pretty much the same as it worked before. You can go ahead and write something easily. Okay, and you saw that I was actually spelling it wrong. But the autocorrection system that's activated actually made a correction here and corrected where, from what I did spell, e-hair, to where. Okay, and that's because the correction and the predicting system is powered by Swype, so it's actually really good. For instance, if I just want to write, it knows that the next word is R and U and looking, and that's basically because this device learns, the more you're going to use it, the more it learns from your habits, from your patterns, and it will try to offer you the suggestions and the corrections that you're going to need. Of course, this keyboard implementation has a bunch of secondary options for each of the keys. For instance, if I press T, we're going to have all these different characters that are related to T in different languages, and you can choose different languages and swipe between them by simply swiping over the space key. Besides this, if you're going to press and hold this settings button here in the corner, you can either introduce a couple of commonly used symbols, or you can change between some of the different modes in here. For instance, you have a voice prediction. We have a voice prediction application. Okay, so it's pretty good, despite me having an accent. If you want to change that one, you can again just press on it, long press on it, and go back to QWERTY keyboard. But actually I went to, okay, this mode. And you have this smaller mode. If you want a smaller keyboard, you have this mode as well. And what else do we have in here? Of course, you have this mode that lets you draw things. I doubt anyone will use this one, but if you want to, you can use this mode as well. Okay, and what else we have in here? Well, we have this emoticons mode. You can add emoticons from this available in here, so it looks alright. Okay, let's go back to the standard QWERTY keyboard, not this big, not this small one, this. Okay, long press. Use this one. Okay, so we're back to the standard keyboard. Now you can also access the settings, also long pressing this particular button and tapping the settings. And these are the settings. You have input languages, and you can select a bunch of different ones. There's a really big list of options here, and you have the if you want to, you can update it. You have update list, and it will be updated, and you'll really have a long list of languages. I'm using two of them, English and Romanian, and for each of them you have the option to select between a QWERTY or a 3x4 keyboard. You can do that just by tapping on top of the language, and let's say we're going to use the 3x4 keyboard for Romanian. And let's go back. Now for the English language we have, of course, the QWERTY keyboard, and if you switch to Romanian, we have this classic old style looking 3x4 keyboard. That might be something some of you will like to use. If you're coming from an older device, this might appeal to you. Personally, I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, so back to QWERTY for that language as well. Then we have predictive text. You can activate it or deactivate it. It can activate the personalized data, the live word update, and you can let it learn from your various applications, from Facebook, Gmail, Twitter, Messages, and some of the other applications that you're using. And like I said, it will learn from your daily habits, and it will try to adapt and offer you the replacement and the predictions that you will mostly need. Auto replacement, it works. You can also activate it or deactivate it. Works for English and Romanian. It's fairly good, especially in time once it learns. You get the option to assign text shortcuts to a number, but that's not really something I'm going to use because I already have the numbers here on top. You have auto capitalization, spacing, punctuation, and of course you have keyword swipe. We'll get back to this in just a second. And you also have the key tab feedback, and you can add sound, you can add vibration, character preview if you hold and you press and hold on a button like I showed you, and this press and hold delay for the bubble to appear, this bubble that shows you the different options associated with each of these. And I've activated the feedback and sound. It's not really something I'm using, but if you want to, you can. Still, you might want to deactivate sound. It's a little bit annoying, can be annoying for those around you. Last but not least, you have the option to reset settings if you want to. But back to keyboard swipe, you have a couple of different options here. Basically, I'm using this one, continuous input, and it really lets you type very fast, and it works like this. It's just that easy, and it works in different languages. Okay, it should work. So this is in English, this is in Romanian, and I didn't have to change the keyboard type. It just worked, and it recognized what I was trying to say. This is definitely a very nice option, and it really helps me speed up my typing. Okay, basically those were all the things I wanted to show you about the keyboard. It's just as good as before, somewhat tweaked. It looks somewhat a bit flatter, which is good, of course. You will like the new look. And there are a couple of slight changes here in the settings. For instance, you have the option to select different keyboard types for for each language that you might be using. With older devices, you could just select one or the other, and it was available for all the languages if I was not mistaken. But this implementation is quite nice, and of course, since this is Android, if you don't like it, you get the option to install other keyboards from Google Play. Alright, that was it for now. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or anything to add to this clip, make sure to leave your comments below. And if you're interested in more details on the Samsung Galaxy S5, check out the other clips on my channel. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!